Yeah, so I guess the question following up that is, what advice to government was provided on the decision to stick with the EOS or to use the developmental EOS's technology to stick with it, even though there had been issues raised with it?
I might just chair, the EOS system, the R400, is not a developmental system. It is a RWS that is in service. We have procured a number of them, a large number of those systems for other platforms. The system itself is a mature system and it is able to be used in a range of different operating environments, including counter-UAS. We have been going through the integration of that RWS into the Redback's operating system. So you're ensuring that you can actually have the crew fire that system from under armour through its firing system within the actual turret of the vehicle, and the integration of a system from EOS into a Hanwha vehicle into a turret built by another contractor. So it's an integration of that system, not the system itself, which we know is mature. That is where we've had to work with Hanwha and with our industry partners on getting to a level of technical readiness for that to be able to be integrated into a complex vehicle system, a digital system.
And what was Hanwha's response when you said, can you look for alternatives?
They did. And they came back and their advice to us was remain with the EOS system.
But isn't there issues with the EOS system as identified in the Scram review?
It is the integration into the vehicle. That is what we are working with, what Hanwha is working with EOS to do. That's what they're contracted to do. Right now as we speak, that integration work is being done to integrate that weapon system into the turret.
So why did the Scram review say that you needed to find an alternative?
It was based on a technical assessment at the time. And as you can imagine, during that period, industry, EOS itself, is working on those technical issues themselves to ensure they can meet the technical requirements. And over time, as we were working through this problem, industry is working to achieve the contracted outcome. In this regard, EOS was able to meet the technical requirement that the Commonwealth had in regard to the operating of the system and demonstrate.
So it's all sorted now.
It's being integrated as we speak. The design review work is being done to integrate that system into the vehicle. So it is still being under very intensive management to ensure that we can integrate that capability onto the turret. But Hanwha and EOS are in a contract to do that, and they have not advised me of any change to that plan.
When do you expect that to be complete or finalised?
That will be done in time to support the delivery of the first vehicles to achieve our IOC requirements.
And you're foreshadowing the mobility issues that will come from that extra weight?
That's being considered as part of the weight requirements we have for the vehicle, ensure that that system is not just integrated, as you know, electronically, but also mounted to the vehicle physically, and the weight requirements from that. Yes, Deputy Chair.
Okay.
So how are you going to be managing if this doesn't get integrated by the time the vehicles come sort of early next year? Because it was sort of foreshadowed by an independent review or two that there's going to be issues here. How are you going to manage if it doesn't happen?
We will continue to look at what are the requirements that are needed for the vehicle. Now, this vehicle has what's called a commander's sight to allow the commander of the vehicle to be able to use the remote weapon station sighting system as well to assist them. That's a critical element for the vehicle. So that is our priority, to make sure that the commander can utilise the sighting system that the RWS provides. That is how we will need to achieve our IOC requirements. So we are obviously, as part of our, I mentioned before, the number of internal reviews we do, this is one of the elements that we work with industry on their progress, on how they're performing against the schedule for this integration requirement.